Okay, so this week, the new experience that I had in clinicals was considered concerning a young man. It was his second inpatient hospitalization, who has a diagnosis of schizophrenia, but he is not accepting of the diagnosis and is actually not willing to consider that he has it. Um, and what made the visit unique was that the doctor that I'm working with, he is pretty plain spoken or blunt in sometimes his approach. And this individual had gone out on a date with an individual, a woman from a dating website that he had met. And he never expected that she would ever go out with him, but she did. And when he went to the date with her, he asked her how she thought it was going. And she actually said, I thought it was going to be a disaster, but it's actually amazing. And so he was like totally taken back by that. And he said he just didn't understand how the date could have gone so well. And the fact that the date went so well and he was so enamored by this woman, he actually kissed her on the cheek at the end of the visit and just knew that there was no possible way that it could go better from that point on because of his fear of socialization. So he just decided he was never going to contact her again. So he did not contact her beyond that point, but he did write an entire book about her, based on this one date that he had with her, and actually had the book published. And he had the book there in the hospital with him, and we read the book. He had it self-published, and we read the book, and the book was full of a lot of clang associations and things like that that the doctor was pointing out to him that are just not normal, and that it's not normal to write an entire book based on a woman that you've met one time, which some people might not agree is even the right approach to go about with this patient, but that was what the doctor felt like was necessary in trying to convince this patient of his illness. But it was interesting to read these clang associations that just went on and on and on in describing this woman that made perfect sense to the patient, but made no sense to the rest of us. And the patient just said, well, he's in his entire life, he's just always thought in a poetic sense. And so that was kind of his explanation for it. So he was highly intelligent, a highly intelligent individual, but just having a really hard time accepting his diagnosis. So that was a new or unique experience that I had this week in clinical. Thank you.